Hey guys, what's up? It's Ivan the Invincible. Welcome to Invincible TV. I'm doing this episode a little bit different. It's something I've never done before. I'm going to be reviewing the video here on my computer as I'm telling you the story and narrating it that way. Now, as some of you guys already know, I'm a stringer. The definition of a stringer is a freelance press photographer. So basically what I do is I go out there and follow, or you want to say chase calls, and record crazy things that happen that are newsworthy. Regardless of what it is, I sell it to them, but then at the same time I upload my content on YouTube. And it's very crazy how life works, because the first time I was ever doing this and the first time I wanted to go record for Out for the Night, I was in the city of Norwalk, and a call came out of an assault with a deadly weapon. This guy tried to run like 5 people over in his car, and I had my my Sony camera, and it was the one that I used to film the shakedown with, and it was not a news camera by any means. Like, the low light was crappy. I had like a $10 tripod from eBay. Like, it was just all bad. But I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go out there and record and see what happens. This is the part where I'm saying that life works in mysterious ways. While I was out there recording, I had on my little yellow vest. I don't know if you guys remember that little yellow vest that I used to wear when I first started Out for the Night. I think it's funny now looking back, because I had no idea what I was doing. But this deputy from LA County Sheriff's, she actually asked if she could take a picture of me and upload it to their Twitter account. And I said, yeah, for sure, why not? They did. They uploaded the picture, and the next morning I was just getting out of bed. Literally, it was very early in the morning. I remember it was a Saturday morning because we were celebrating a birthday party, and I had a message request on Instagram from a news network, freelance news network, asking if I would be a press photographer for their company. And I'm all like, whoa, let me backtrack a little bit there, man, because I'm a YouTuber. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just content. It's just a series I'm trying to do. I don't know how any of this new stuff works, and I don't want to drop what I'm doing to go work for you. And he's like, no, it's not even like that. All you would have to do is just record for us and just upload the stuff to our server, send it out to the news, give a quick narrative on what's going on. And I was like, all right, sounds good to me. Now, that's the part where I'm telling you that, like, you never know where life is going to take you. Like, I was just there recording. I was on my own, doing my Out for the Night thing, I don't know if I'm going to get arrested for, going somewhere I shouldn't be while these cops are trying to determine what happened. And I just think it's a blessing. It's been a great experience of me, taking this from a series on YouTube to actually developing relationships with police departments and news networks. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit off topic. This is the first time I've ever been shot at while stringing. Yes, shot at. It was on a Friday night, and I was getting ready to go out. I was literally 3 blocks down the street from my house, and I was like, which way should I go? Because I always think of, like, all right, where am I going to go tonight? Am I going to stay like in the San Gabriel Valley? Am I going to go to East LA? Am I going to go to Santa Fe Springs? I just pick and choose wherever I'm going to go and see what happens. Now, in this case, it was in the San Gabriel Valley, in the city of Covina to be exact, and I got a notification on my phone of a structure fire, and it was like 5 minutes from where I was at, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go check it out. I've already been there once before, on different circumstances, on a place on fire within that same intersection. It was on Badillo and Vincent, and it was a laundromat that caught on fire one time, and I was thinking, it's probably the laundromat again. But then when I'm getting ready to turn left, I see a fire truck coming, like, just right towards my direction. And when I get to the stoplight, I look to the left. The first thing I did was look at the laundromat to see if, like, is the laundromat on fire? And it wasn't. And then I was like, well, I'm at the intersection, I don't see anything. And I'm literally getting there at the same time that they did. And then out of nowhere, I just see smoke. Because I've learned from experience is I always like to park like maybe a street away or a different shopping center, because if it does become a crime scene, my car will get caught within the yellow tape, and then I'm screwed and I can't leave. So what I ended up doing is I ended up parking in the next shopping center over, and I started running towards where the fire department was pulling in. And it was still like another quarter-mile like run across a shopping center to get to where the fire was at, and it was like in the back of some building. And then I just start recording. The camera's rolling as I'm running through the parking lot. It's like, I don't want to miss a second of this, because it was a pretty good fire. I mean, it was a pretty involved fire. It was a brush fire. It wasn't a building. So it was on the corner of like where there's houses, and there's like a back parking lot of some building, which I didn't think was being used at the time. And then as one of the police officers show up, and he cuts the lock to be able to get access through the back gate to get to the fire department immediately starts running. They just start running towards the back. They start getting their fire hoses ready. They start putting the fire out. And I'm just recording and getting some good shots of these flames. And as soon as I zoom in on the camera, I just hear a boom. nobody thought anything of that boom because, you know, it's a fire. If somebody purposely started it, they probably left a gas tank or whatever. But then all of a sudden I see a fireman just come running back out. And I'm just like, okay, well, maybe he's just, you know, trying to get more hoses or I don't know, whatever, to put the fire out faster. And then for whatever reason, and I still don't know why, I decided to start walking away from the fire. And I cannot think of any reason as to why I would want to do that when there's a fully involved fire. But then out of nowhere, I see a police officer just coming out of view from my camera. Then you could just see him, and he's just holding this AR, and I'm just like, what the heck? And then that's when I found out that some guy shot at us. He shot at me and the firemen. So that's what that boom sound was. As you guys already know, or could already, you know, just put two and two together, cops started showing up. The SWAT team started showing up. Everything was happening so fast that I didn't have time to adapt to the situation, to what was going on. However, I do always wear like my bulletproof vest, my level 3A, as you guys have seen in some videos, because you just never know what's going to happen. This is the first time I've ever seen this, but West Covina PD actually has a drone, and then one of the officers is like getting the drone ready to do like surveillance, and I'm just like, dude, this is crazy. A drone, really? And then as things started slowing down where I was at, I started moving towards like another shopping center where the laundromat was, the one that caught on fire before. And the police have like their command post going on, and then I just see the Bearcat just making its way through the grass. The guy that was shooting, he was jumping from house to house in the back on the other side of the empty lot. And he didn't live there. This is random people's houses, and this guy's just jumping from place to place. And then from the news helicopter, you could actually see this guy with a shotgun, and he's just breaking light bulbs of houses, trying to make himself, you know, not be seen. And then it turned off to an hours-long standoff. So you got the cops dealing with this guy with the shotgun, and the firemen didn't completely put the fire out. Like, the fire's still going on, kind of, and I'm breathing in all of this freaking smoke that's like, that was already like low-key starting to make me feel very nauseous and dizzy, and it was just really bad. But it was just something that's like, I can't leave anymore. Like, I'm committed to this. And, you know, it's a crazy story. This doesn't happen every day. I continued recording, and then I made my way through the other side, through the front of the house where this guy was. The best I was able to record was from next street over, and I tried going across the street. I tried doing different things to get a good view. And as I'm recording, you could just see like the smoke from the fire just coming out again. Like it was just a bad situation overall. And then I hear over the radio that they're gonna fire a beanbag round at him to try to get this guy to comply. And then I leave the camera rolling. They fire a beanbag shot, and it wasn't successful. And then as I'm across the street, I could actually see the SWAT team bringing out people, which I assume were the homeowners of the house. So which I assume the guy was in their backyard. So then I just left my camera recording, and then maybe like 20 minutes after, I just hear boom, 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 boom. A lot of rounds going off. And I couldn't believe what I just heard. I was like trying to come up with anything for it to be other than gunshots. Like, is that fireworks? Is this guy like fireworks now? Is it? So it was a lot of rounds that I heard, and I didn't know how to adapt to that situation. I've never been in that situation before, to where it's just like, sounds like a war going on in that neighborhood. And shortly after that, I said, well, the sheriffs really can't, you know, contain me back here anymore, because it sounds like the threat is eliminated. So I'm going to make my way in a little bit to see if I can get any better footage. And then I see the paramedics, the firemen, all coming in with the stretcher to get the suspect out. And yeah, shortly after, they brought him out, and then he got transported to the hospital. You know, I still heard that the suspect was alive, but he was in serious condition. Now, I have not followed up with that case or what's happened with the suspect since then. However, what I would say is that was by far my craziest experience. You know, I had no idea that I was being shot at. I just still don't know what or how, or I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how I was able to get myself to walk away from the situation that I didn't even know I was in. I have a guardian angel out there looking for me or something, because that could have easily ended really bad for me for trying to, you know, cover these stories. And when I'm out there, I never think that I'm doing anything other than what I know I'm doing. I have a camera. I'm not there as a first responder. I'm there as a journalist. And that's very important to know when doing this job, because if you start putting yourself in a situation and you start thinking that you're capable of doing things that you know you can't do, or you think you're somebody you're not, could actually get you hurt or in trouble. Now, with that being said, guys, thank you for joining me today for this really crazy episode. If you guys like these episodes, if you guys like me telling the stories of what happens and showing you the guys with footage of cutting it, narrating, leave a comment below and let me know. And be sure to check out the Invincible TV merch. The link is in the description, and I'll be sure to shout you out here on my channel. My name is Ivan the Invincible. Thank you for watching. Peace!